Alright, what's going on, everybody? I'm back. So, I wanted to make a quick update video on where I've been for the last couple of months and why I haven't been uploading my typical shorts. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm an alcoholic. So, I went into recovery for a little over 2 months. Um, Super glad that I did. So, I would say right out the gate, if there's anybody watching that is struggling with alcohol or drugs, you probably heard it before. But I'll be very, very honest. It's the best decision I've made. Um, Me personally, I my drug of choice is alcohol. But I was around many different drug users, alcoholics, whatnot. My personal story goes back 27 years. So I've been drinking for a long time. Um, and recently, in the past, I don't know, decade, longer perhaps, uh, been drinking more heavily, far more heavily than I should. And obviously, that causes issues in your personal life, work life, my relationship with God. Um, so, along the way, I've screwed up a ton. So, I have a lot of amends to make for my poor decision making, the way that I acted, incredibly defensive, forces you to lie when you don't want to. And for me, um, I'm the type of alcoholic that, you know, you've probably heard it numerous times, but it's like one is too many, thousands are never enough. So I was an alcoholic of the helpless kind, if that makes sense. So numerous times I let down my family, wasn't there, should have been. Numerous events that I went to completely drunk and absolutely was not a good father or husband for a long time. Just based on, I was never physical, never anything like that, but emotionally, very hurtful. I would say things I didn't mean. I would utilize words to get what I wanted, in forms of manipulation or whatever. It turns you into, at least for me, I'm only speaking from personal experience here. But for me, it turned me into by far the worst version of myself. Someone that I certainly didn't recognize anymore. Um, but also another factor that when you start drinking and heavily, your aging process pretty much stops. And so when I had started at an early age, my mental maturity level kind of stopped at that point. Now, you can still learn, you know. So intelligence wise, I was able to learn as an adult, but maturity level stayed in the teen age range, right? So when you have intelligence of an adult, but the maturity level of a teenager, those two do not coincide well. That's where you can manipulate and stuff, and where you might self convince yourself that that's a good idea, and it is not. Lying to yourself is far worse than lying to someone else. Don't get me wrong. Don't lie. Always be honest. That's something that is very crucial for anybody in any type of friendship, relationship, work environment, anything. Even if you did something wrong, be honest. It's the move. So do that, okay? Um, so for me, it was a waking up process for me. I had to go through a lot mentally and emotionally, spiritually. Number one, for sure. I can only speak for myself, but God is a beautiful, beautiful blessing in my life, and I encourage people to, if you haven't maybe prayed or you know, whatever. I encourage you to try it, but no, by no means am I a Bible thumper or telling you to do something that you may not want to do, right? I'm just telling you what worked for me. And I've always had a relationship with God, but that faded with alcohol use. So it's not that I still didn't pray at night, but I lost my way. Let's just be real about it. The devil's influence was far heavier. And so I was making poor decision after poor decision after poor decision. And if you feel like that and you've done that, I would also say please comment, or you could DM me. I have all social medias. You can find me. Um, I'd love to have a conversation with you and see where you're at, if you're in recovery or if you're still actively using. Um, if you are actively using and you're looking for a change, you're saying, man, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, or I'm tired of losing friends. I'm tired of the fact that I can't see my wife or kids anymore because of the way that I acted. And you know that it's time for a change. I highly encourage you to just reach out. There's a lot of free programs. But there's a lot of people that will be out there and help if you ask for it. And, secondarily, make sure that you're ready. I know that for me, I tried once before to go to a rehab, but it wasn't for me. The setting was not good. But say even if the setting was good, I don't think I was ready, right? I think I would have relapsed within a month of leaving, just because I just wasn't ready. I thought that it was all BS, and I would listen and go to the classes and be like, yeah, right. And then you get back on the street and you're right back to it. And that's not atypical. So if you found yourself in that situation as well, and you've relapsed 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, even with bouts of sobriety, right? Say you've been sober 5, 10 years and you relapse. It happens. Sponsors relapse all the time. It doesn't mean it's game over, right? So don't give up on yourself because you relapsed. I'd like to say that right out front. For me, God has been very good. I don't have cravings anymore, and it's relatively new to me, so I'm not trying to say, hey, I got this, because it is simply one day at a time. Literally, wake up, get through your day, set reasonable goals that you can accomplish, and change the way you're living. Be nice. Be early. Don't be on time. Be early. Do the right thing. Be selfless, not selfish the way that we are as users. Everything's about us, right? Run out of money and you're stealing money from the people you love the most, right? Then you help them look for it. It's ridiculous out here when you're addicted. So that's where I've been, and I have to say that it was one of the best decisions ever. So I'm just putting that out there. That's just me being extremely personal with you guys. So again, I appreciate you watching this video, but I really hope that it reaches someone out there that is struggling, perhaps, or is newly sober and is, kind of on the fence if they're going to stay sober. Just work with it, man. All you guys and girls out there got this. You do. For sure. And I know that deep down too, most addicts are the best, some of the most smartest, kind, loving people in the world. That's why affliction affects some of us the hardest, because we tend to be yes men. We don't like to say no, but we're also very, very smart and very, very good people. So don't take that away from yourself, ever. So that being said, I will be uploading my regular positive shorts, so hopefully you enjoy those. So if you'd like to like and subscribe or whatever, awesome. Definitely no need to do that. So I just want to wish all of you guys a great day. Thank you for sticking around for 10 minutes and watching my video. Love and God bless. I'm out. Have a great day.